Now I'm sitting back there behind some apartments. I had just got me some good dope, man. I mean, wasn't no good dope around. It was a drought at this time. I mean, I had 2 or 3 pieces of dope, you know, throughout the day there, and they wasn't about shit. You know, when it's a drought, shit is hard to find. Good dope was hard to find. I finally found somebody that had some good damn dope. So I got me 2 or 3 pieces of it, and I went back there behind this empty apartment and was sitting back there on the ground and took me a big old hit of that good dope. I mean, I got high as a Georgia pine. I was bigger than a $7 watermelon. You hear me? The next thing I know, about 5 of these young niggas come running down past me real fast. So I'm like, what the fuck? See, they were around there. They had a dice game going on around there on the sidewalk around there in the broad daylight. They did it all the time. But this particular day, the Jump Out boys had pulled up and raided the projects. And when the Jump Out boys, in case y'all don't know, that's the task force, the city task force, the drug enforcement, the law enforcement over the drug division. So they would come out and raid the projects, or if they got search warrants, they'll come out and kick your door open or pull you over when you coming through, you know, stuff like that. They were the police, in long story short. So they running after these young niggas. So I get up and I take out too. You hear me? Now, one of them right behind me in hot pursuit. You hear me? Now, I'm a distant, a little bit away from him. He ain't right up on me, He far enough where he can see me. So, man, I hit the corner there, and one of my dirty partners standing in his screen door right there, standing in the doorway of his house, on the inside of the house. He hear all the commotion, so he just standing there being nosy, trying to see what the hell going on. Man, I come around that corner, man, I run up in his house. He shuts the door. I go to the kitchen area, and I let the window up, and I'm getting ready to climb out the window, because I done got around the corner before the police did, so I don't know if the police saw me or not, which he did see me running there. So now I'm at the kitchen area. I done let the window up. I'm finna climb out the kitchen window and keep on running. Man, as soon as I let the window up, another police ran past the window, so I didn't climb out the window. I ran to the back room. You got to think quick, man. You got to be quick with your thinking. You got to outsmart these people. You hear me? Man, I ran in the back room and took off all of my clothes, balled them up, and stuck them in the closet and jumped in the bed like I was asleep. Next thing I know, I hear the police at the door. I said, oh, shit, no, man, they got me. You hear me? Now, I got to think fast. If I had a title for this, I would call this Once Upon a Time, Hollywood. You hear me? Because I went to Hollywood on the ad. Man, they got my homeboy hemmed up in the front room up there. They asking my dirty partner who was that ran in the house. And luckily, my dirty partner had the same kind of mindset that I had. You hear me? Because when I heard him putting the pressure on him up there and walking through the house, I heard footsteps coming down the hallway. I jump up out of bed and walk out in the hallway like I was asleep. I'm standing there in my boxers, and I'm like, what the hell going on up in here? And the police say, somebody ran in here. And I say, what? I said, man, ain't nobody. I said, where my nephew at? That's my dirty partner. I'm talking loud so he can hear me, and he can get into the acting mode. You feel me? He can set his mind. He can line up with me, and here we go. We finna go to work. We finna go to Hollywood. So I said, where my nephew at? They said, it's a young man in the front. Man, I come past the police. I said, boy, who the hell you done had up in there? I said, boy, I told you about messing with these young niggas that ain't about shit. Now, who the hell you done let up in here? So the police standing there with their mouth wide open looking at me. Because now I'm the concerned uncle. You hear me? Man, I told him, I said, man, you hear me talking to you? And I done walked up on my dirty partner like I'm finna do him something. And the police get between me and my dirty partner and say, sir, sir, it don't have to be all that. I said, yeah, it got to be all that because he know better than to be letting somebody up in my damn house. I said, boy, when your mama get here, y'all, I said, boy, listen. I said, sir, just let me put my hands on him. He said, sir, you don't have to do that, sir. We will find out who it was. I said, boy, what happened? I'm steady talking shit to my dirty partner, and my dirty partner acting scared. He telling the police, man, y'all please take me with y'all, cause I don't want to be here when y'all leave with him. And the police said, sir, do we have to remove you from the home? I said, how y'all gonna move me from my house? I said, I told you about hanging out with them young niggas. Who you done let up in here? So I said, where he go to? And my dirty partner played right along with it. He said he jumped out the window and ran out through there. I said, really? So the police said, what did he have on? And my dirty partner told him what I had on before I came in there and got naked. He said he had on some black shorts and a white T-shirt. And my dirty partner played it right to the T. I seen the police get on their walkie-talkie and say the suspect got on black shorts and a white tee and he jumped out the window. We don't know which way he went, such and such and such. D.N. Hollywood. Once upon a time. And then a goddamn crack out. Hollywood. I swear for cheese and crackers. Blow pop. B.